Hello everyone, welcome to Believers IAS Academy, Bengaluru. Today we are going to start a new series called as NCERT Simplified. So in this series we are going to look into different chapters of NCERT explaining the important topics of UPSC. So we will start from 6th class and the subject we are going to start from today is polity. Since we are explaining the NCERT, since we are explaining the previous year questions of polity, I decided that we can make the synergy by explaining the NCERT polity classes. So today we are going to start from class 6th of NCERT and the chapter is chapter number 8 of social studies book, and the chapter is unity in diversity or many in the one. Okay, so this is the age old saying of unity in diversity in India, because India is a diverse country and there is a diversity and also there is unity. How India is diverse and how the unity is maintained, that we are going to see in this today's NCERT. So the questions which we are going to answer here is: what is meant by unity and diversity in the Indian scenario? What aspects of India's diversity are the most striking? And how do we make out the unity underlying the diversity? So these are the questions we are going to answer by the end of this lecture. So first one is, there is a basic idea about India's diversity. So India has a rich diversity. Okay, India has a very rich diversity. If you move from top of India, that is Kashmir, to the bottom of India, that is Kanyakumari, you are going to see diversity of geography. You are going to see diversity of people and their color, people and their customs, people and their culture, people and their traditions, people and their festivals, and all the diversities you can be seen from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. Okay, here they are saying the same thing. From geographies, changing landscapes, and also types of dresses and food and language and etc. etc. So what is the population of India? In this it is said that 1.4 billion, and by the time we are going to complete the census, it will be around 1.6 billion, and it has already surpassed China as the leading or largest populous country in the world. So with 1.4 billion, 1.6 billion people in India, it is bound to have diversity, and with such geographical diversity, it is bound to make some diversities among the traditions and cultures. So what are the traditions and diversities? So first and foremost, there was a diversity among geography. Okay, how diversity was seen in geography? Okay, so if this is India, forgive my drawing, just to make it out as India. Okay, if it is India, what is common in the northern and northeastern states? It is Himalayas. Okay, Himalayas. What is more common in the western side of India? Rajasthan is filled by deserts. Okay, and in Gujarat there is Rann of Kutch. Okay, and when we move into the interiors, it is dominated by plains formed by the rivers of Himalayas, mainly Ganga and Yamuna and Chambal and other tributaries. Okay, and if we come towards West Bengal, it is mostly formed by mangroves. Okay, mangroves which are the resultant of Ganga and Brahmaputra delta. Okay, that is Sundarbans, and it is also surrounded by marshy lands. Okay, and again in northeastern southern states of northeast, there is lush evergreen forests. Okay, evergreen forest with many rivers, Barak river, Brahmaputra river, Dibang, etc. And if we come towards southern parts of India, Deccan parts of India, this is the Deccan Plateau. The Deccan Plateau, southern part of India and northern part of India, are divided by or separated by Vindhyas and Satpuras, and in between these two great mountain ranges, Narmada passes through. Okay, from Amarkantak. And in southern India, from Deccan India, western part is covered by Western Ghats, and interior of the part is covered by Western Plains. Eastern Ghats, eastern part of the India, southern part of eastern part of India is covered by Eastern Ghats, and interior is Eastern Plains, and the coastal areas is covered by coastal coastal plains, and if you go to the southernmost part of India, it is covered by Nilgiri Hills. Okay, Nilgiri Hills, Cardamom Hills, etc. hills are there, and this is also forms of coastal plains. And Kerala, especially Kerala, is more famous for kayak. Okay, water kayaks. These are the backwaters, brackish backwaters, lakes. Okay, so much of diversity is present in India. Okay, even we have left some things such as in Ladakh there is desert. Okay, cold desert. Okay, in Ladakh there is cold desert, and in Punjab there are Punjab and Haryana plains. Okay, plains again, and in Gujarat again this is Gir forest. So with so much of geographical diversity, there is bound to be diversity among the people and the way they behave as well as a culture. However, within that diversity, there are certain unity. That is what we are going to understand today. Okay, so this is geographical diversity. Apart from that, there is one of the significant diversity which was found during the study by Anthropological Survey of India. Okay, it was conducted by great anthropologist K.S. Sharma. Okay, according to K.S. Sharma's Anthropological Survey of India's study called as People of India Project. Okay, People of India Project. There are 4,635 communities across all the states of the country, and there are 325 languages, and there are 25 scripts in India. Okay, see, even within the language there are so many diversities. Okay, 350 languages are there, majorly Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, etc. And along with that, there are 25 scripts. Okay, Kannada script, Tamil script, Malayalam script, Telugu, Devanagari script. Hindi doesn't have a script. Hindi script is Devanagari script itself. Okay, and other languages also have their own scripts. And it also observed that many Indians may be called as migrants. Who are the migrants? A person born in any place moves to another place and settles there. This person is called as migrant. Okay, according to the People of India projects conducted by K.S. Sharma, most of the Indians, 25% of the Indians or most of the Indians are migrants, because they are born in one area, they are born in one region, and they have moved to another region for their livelihood or various purposes. Okay, and this diversity obviously is beautiful. However, with the diversity, making the sense of diversity is not easy, because diversity is so huge that it is not easy to understand all of the diversity. And with the diversity, there is bound to be contradictions, there is bound to be controversies, there is bound to be mismatched interest, and there is bound to be fights and other things. Okay, instead of so much of diversity, instead of so much of mismatches in interest, even then India has a unity. Okay, what is the reason behind that unity? So now we'll understand what do you mean by diversity. Okay, sorry, what do you mean by unity and diversity? Okay, what do you mean by unity and diversity? So in this book, in this chapter, they have tried to explain this through food items. Okay, you can see that in Kashmir, rajmas are grown, and again there is in Shimla region there is again rajmas, and in Punjab and Haryana region there is white lobia, and in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab region basmati, moong dal, masoor dal, chana dal, and southern India jowar, millet, kolam rice, sona masuri, ponnam rice, maize, etc. So there is so much of diversity in our food producers. Okay, there is so much of diversity in our food crops. Okay, there is so much of diversity in our foods which we cultivate. Even within those diversity, so much of diversity is there. Even within those diversity, there is unity. How there is unity? Suppose take the staple food of Karnataka. What do we have in staple food of Karnataka? In southern parts of Karnataka, it is ragi bowl or ragi mudde and curry, some form of curry. Okay, and in northern Karnataka there will be jowar roti and other types of gravies or vegetables. jowar, it is grown in Karnataka. However, along with the jowar, you are going to eat dal or millet or maize or anything for that matter. So rajma, chawat, etc. Yeah, anything of that matter you can eat. So the food, like staple food of Karnataka is jowar, but even then the items or the substitutes which you are going to use it for your jowar is from different parts of India. So there is a beauty in this kind of unity. Okay, even within this unity, you can make so much of diversity. Okay, for example, in Punjab, wheat is more prominent. So with wheat, what they are going to make? They are making roti, tandoori roti. Okay, in Maharashtra, they are again making chapati. Okay, they are different and they are made by same crop, but then again their substitutes such as sabji or palya, it will be similar to both of the regions. Okay, within the diversity there is unity, and within unity you can make so much of diversities. Okay, even though there are common staple foods, you can make so much of diverse food items within those common staple foods. That is the Indian diversity is also there. Okay, along with the food, along with food and like geography, even within the people, even if the so much of diversity, there is unity among people. Okay, the unity is formed by the fact that we are all Indians. Okay, from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, if you travel, you will find lot of diversities. Even with all the diversity, there is a common belief which makes us unity, which keeps us in unity. That is the fact that a feeling that we are Indians. Okay, that is what they are trying to tell here. And after that, okay, and then see how many same ingredients, that is unity, can be used in number of combinations, that is diversity, to prepare endless variety of dishes. That is what I explained you before. And again, textiles and clothing. Okay, if you see textiles and clothing in India, there are so much of diversity. Okay, in Karnataka, the males wear dhoti, lungi, etc. In northern India, they mostly prefer pants, etc. And in northeastern India, there is different kind of clothes. Even within their diversity, there is one thing which is mostly commonly wear in India, that is sari. Okay, sari. Okay, this sari is worn by almost all of the women throughout the India. Okay, make the style and the variety of the saris may be different. Okay, that is what they are trying to see. There are very different types of saris: Banarasi, Kanjivaram, Paithani, Patan Patora, Muga, Mysore, etc. the famous types of silk saris. But even then, they are all common because of their saris. Okay, even within the saris, the material used may be different. Even within the saris, the way they stitch the material is different. But even then, the common thing here is that everyone is wearing sari. Okay, within the wearing of sari, the style may be different. The people or women belonging to Kodagu wear it differently, and women belonging to Nagaland wear it differently. But even then, the common fact is they are wearing sari. So that is the unity in diversity in India. That is what they are trying to tell here. Okay, now moving on. See, that is what they are trying to say. There are so many ways of wearing sari, as they vary from one region to another region and from one community to another community. In fact, new ways of draping is still being invented, but in the end, it is a single dress, that is sari. That is what I explained to you. So here they are trying to show the use of saris. Okay, here a woman is using the sari to make the baby sleep peacefully, and here they are using the sari to fish for fishing, and here they are using the sari for collecting the grains, and here they are using the sari to protect themselves from rainfall. So even though it is a cloth, even though there is so variety, there is unity, and even in the purpose for the use, there is diversity. So you can understand, right? There is unity and there is diversity, and within that diversity there is one common unity. And again here, different types of use of saris. So one is using the sari to sleep on the grass, and another is using it as a headstand for like carrying water. Here another one is using for fishing, another one is protecting itself from rainfall. So that is within the clothes there is diversity, and within this diversity there is one common thing, that is sari. Within that sari there is again diversity. What is the diversity? The way they wear, the way they are stitched, the material that is used, etc., etc. But that common thing is that it is sari. Okay, and then even in festivals, okay, in India there are n number of festivals, okay, n number of festivals, so much so that we have so many holidays because of that festival. So we are lucky in that sense. Okay, there are many festivals such as Deepavali and Dasara, Durga Puja, Nagara Panchami, and then Makar Sankranti, Christmas, Eid, Ramzan, etc. etc. There are so many festivals. Okay, and these festivals differ from one region to another region. Okay, even though these festivals differ from one region, there is one festival that is common throughout India, but known from different names. For example, that festival is Makara Sankranti. Okay, the Makara Sankranti is majorly celebrated in Maharashtra and Karnataka region. It is called as Makara Sankranti in Maharashtra and Karnataka, and in Karnataka it is also called as Makara Sankranti, and it is celebrated mostly on January 14th. Okay, it is the date when the sun starts it moving towards the southern again. Okay, when the sun starts moving southern again. In a sense, sun is static, but the movement of Earth will be changing. Okay, from January 14 onwards, it starts moving towards up each. That is, it starts moving away from the sun, and then this shows that on the same date, different regions of India celebrate this festival as different names. In Gujarat region, it is called as Uttarayana. In Madhya Pradesh, Makar Sankranti, and in Kerala, Makara Vilakku. Tamil Nadu, Pongal, and Andhra and Telangana, Pedda Penduva, and in Odisha and Chhattisgarh region, Makara Sankranti again, and in Bengal it is Posh Sankranti, and in Northeastern region, especially Assam, it is called as Magh Bihu, and in Uttar Pradesh it is called as Khichdi Parv. So the festival is celebrated. The reason behind celebration of festival is on that date, the movement of sun, like virtual movement of sun changes its direction. That is, Earth starts moving from close to the sun, it starts moving away from the sun. That is why, because of change in direction of the Earth, they are going to celebrate, but with the different names. Okay, the names is different, there is diversity, but the celebration and the reason behind the celebration, that is common. There is unity. Okay, that is the reason here. So that is why they say that there is unity within this kind of diversity. And again, now coming to the literature. Okay, in India is a land of literature, you can say. Okay, from ancient time onwards, India has been involved in literature, from Vedic literature to present day modern literature. Okay, from Vedic literature such as Upanishads, Veda, Upaveda, etc. to present day modern literature such as Kuvempu, etc. etc. Major literates. Okay, so here they are talking about three important literatures. Okay, first one is Panchatantra. Okay, any kid in India who has not heard of Panchatantra, is finding such a kid is impossible in India, because Panchatantra is such that every kid in their childhood have heard about Panchatantra and the stories and the moral behind those things. Okay, this was written by Vishnu Sharma. Okay, he was during the Gupta period. He was one of the Navaratnas under Chandragupta Maurya too. Okay, he wrote those Panchatantra tales then, and these tales have moved all over India. Okay, these tales are known and moved all over India. So much so that it has not only moved throughout India, it has also exported from India to other countries. Okay, if you see, there is another story books called as Aesopana Kathegalu or Aesopa stories. Aesopa stories, if you read the stories, they are almost similar to Panchatantra only. Just the names have been altered to suit their region. Okay, Aesopa, those stories come from Middle East of Asia. Okay, from there they have changed the names, but the most of the morality or most of the stories, most of the characters are same except the name. So it has moved even out of India. So they are saying all the way to Southeast Asia, Arab world, Europe, inspiring new collections of stories on the way. It is estimated that about 200 adaptations of Panchatantra exist in more than 50 languages. This illustrates how one collection of stories have become many. Okay, one is about Panchatantra, how one Panchatantra has been made into 200 adaptations in 50 languages. Okay, there is diversity above Panchatantra, but in the finally there is a unity because it is Panchatantra. Similarly, within Indians there is diversity, that is like Kannadiga, Tamilian, etc. etc. There is diversity, but in the end there is unity, that is we are all Indians. That is the unity. Here again they are giving an example about Panchatantra and Ramayana and Mahabharata. These are the two epics of India. Okay, these are one of the Vedic literatures. So here there is a painting about Ramayana. So this scene depicts that like Ravana coming in coming in the shape of a sage and asking like Sita to cross the Lakshmana Rekha, and then he is taking away on his chariot, and while the Jatayu tries to stop him, he cuts the cuts Jatayu's wings and handicaps it. This is one of the depictions of paintings of Ramayana in Himachal Pradesh. And then over 2 million, that is more 2000 years have been passed since the first iterations of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Since then, have been translated and adopted into various languages and various regions, and they have been altered to their own regions. Okay, they say that like they have given an example, that is there was a scholar who conducted a study in Tamil Nadu. According to him, within the Tamil Nadu there are about 100 different versions of Mahabharata have come to us in the folklore forms. Okay, within Tamil Nadu there are 100 different folklores. Just imagine how many different adaptations of Mahabharata are present in India. Okay, in India most of the communities try to connect themselves to the great Pandavas or great Rama's ancestors, etc. etc. Similarly, many of the tribes such as Bhils, Gonds, Mundas, etc. etc. they say that in their folklores they claim themselves to the ancestors of descendants of Pandavas, or they claim that their city has been visited by Pandavas, or their city has been visited by Kauravas, so and so. So they say that these tribal adaptations are transmitted orally along with the legends on how the heroes of Ramayana and Mahabharata visited the tribes' respective regions. Okay, so K. Sharma, that is a K. Singh, who conducted People of India project, he says that there is hardly a place in the country which the epic heroes of Pandavas did not visit according to the folklores. If you see the folklores, every folklore say that Bhima and Bhima and Arjuna etc. visited our region. You can see the foot of Bhima there. There will be some large foot sculptures on the stones of any near pillars or etc. They will claim that this is the footstep of Bhima. So he visited our village, he visited our region. So that is what K. Singh is explaining. Okay, so they say that even though there are so many adaptations, even though many claim the Pandavas have visited them, but in the end there is one commonity, that is Mahabharata is the main story. Mahabharata is about the main epic. Mahabharata is about the story of victory of good over evil. Okay, it is the victory of Dharma. Okay, these are some of the examples where they try to discuss the diversity which is present in India. They are saying that we can also illustrate the diversity with various things such as dances, classical arts, including classic architecture, etc. etc. But the point is same thing, that is even there is diversity in India, even within those diversity there is unity. Okay, if there is unity in these cultures, art forms, folklores, literature, dance forms, etc. etc. there is also a commonality or unity among the fact that we are all Indians. This is how within the diversity, within many there is oneness, that is we are all Indians. That is what we are talking about in this chapter. Okay, this is the first chapter, and in the next chapter we will be talking about how we are accommodating this diversity. Okay, before that we will just try to look into different aspects of diversity in India. Okay, this is a synopsis prepared by one of our faculty of all the NCERTs in Believers IAS Academy. According to this, there is repeating the points of what I already explained in the previous slides. That is how Indian diversity is present in India. It is a country of vast diversity, different languages, different festivals, different foods, etc. etc. These diversities created by individuals and groups from a broad spectrum of demographic and philosophical differences. That is what I have explained already. And what are the factors influencing this diversity? The factors are historical and geographic factors. Okay, historical factors in the sense any region, if the historical perspective is any kingdom. Okay, if any region is ruled by any particular kingdom, okay, they tend to have the common aspects. They tend to share the common aspects of this particular kingdom. And then geography. Geography is if two regions are separated by huge mountains or seas or lakes or rivers, then there is a more possibility that the cultures of these two sets will be different. So this result in the diversity of culture. And they are trying to explain those with the examples which I already explained. Where Ladakh is a land of awesome physical features, like it is surrounded by mightiest mountain ranges, Karakoram in the north and Great Himalaya in the south. And whereas Kerala, it is located southeastern part of India, it is surrounded by sea on the one side and hills on the other side. So now they are talking about unity and diversity. What is unity and diversity? Land of different religions and communities. There is a great diversity in our habits, customs, and yet we live in together as Indians. That is what makes us like unique. Everyone on earth differs from each other with respect to aspects like looks, behavior, culture, religion, language, talent, etc. That is given. This means that there is diversity among people in these aspects. Diversity means that lack of uniformity and sense of variety. Okay, that is what diversity is. That is lack of uniformity and lack of sense of variety. Okay, this diversity is so vast that okay, we can make a Venn diagram like this. Okay, suppose this is world. Okay, there is diversity in world, among the world, and this is country. For example, India. So there is diversity within India. Then this is state. For example, Karnataka. So there is diversity within the Karnataka state. That is North Karnataka, Coastal Karnataka, Southern Karnataka, Kalyan Karnataka. They are all like share different form of culture. Their language and the slang also, the way they speak also is different. And within this Karnataka, you can also make distinction within the districts. For example, Bengaluru. Okay, within Bengaluru, you can make distinction between tribes and non-tribes, etc., etc. So there is diversity within Bengaluru. You can also make diversity within a region or any area. For example, BTM layout. Within BTM layout, there are so many people belonging to Karnataka and migrants coming from outside of the states and migrants coming from outside of the country. So you can meet all of the countries. And within an area, you can make distinctions or diversity within a building also. Okay, one floor of the building will be under UPSC aspirants, another floor will be under IT aspirants, etc., etc. There is a diversity, and sometimes there is diversity among the family itself. One prefers outspoken, one is an outspoken extrovert, another person will be introvert. So there is diversity all the time. But even within the diversity, what makes them like unities? What makes them unity and diversity is that they belong to one family, that they belong to one building, that they belong to one area, that they belong to one state, one district, that they belong to one village, that they belong to one state, that is Karnataka, that they belong to one country, that is India, that they belong to one node, that is Earth. So this is what makes them unique or unity and diversity. And they say that they are trying to discuss about inequality. Okay, how the inequality comes around is inequality comes about among the people when they have different access to resources and opportunities. Okay, diversity is a good thing, but diversity turns into negative when within that diversity the people are the access to resources and etc. is restricted for one person and it is allowed for other person. It will lead to inequalities. Okay, so that will lead to inequalities among diversity. The inequalities can be in occupation, education, etc. And this can be based on the religion, caste, creed, etc., etc., region, etc., etc. And then India is a country of several diversity. Since it is a very big country, people in different parts differ in their customs, language, etc. are discussed. Despite the diversities are listed above, there are similarities that unite us. We all are Indians, and during the freedom struggle, the whole country came together to stand away British, irrespective of their diverse backgrounds. The national flag is the most important national symbol, and it remains a symbol for unity and diversity. Okay, you can see that during during national freedom struggle or independence struggle or national movement, like all the communities belong tribals, okay, Hindus, Muslims, Christians, okay, Parsis, etc. All kinds of communities, Punjabis, Sikhs, etc. Every community came together to host the common enemy, that is British. So even within that diversity, even before India was independent, there was unity among Indians. Okay, the unity was based on the fact that we are all Indians. That is what being even followed now. Diversity is the sense of unity that still exists in traits, looks, behavior, etc. Resource opportunities related to different people is said to be diversity. And inequalities difference between two or more people arise because of familiarity, and habitat is geographic area where that is what is spread. And resource is that anything can be of any use in activity set by resource. So these are all the certain topics which I thought of discussing today. Okay. So this was first class of the first session of NCERT Simplified. In coming classes, we will be covering more than one chapter. So we will be in the coming classes, we are going to pick up that pace so that we can complete the syllabus in as soon as possible. After polity, we are going to move towards history and then economy, etc., based on the demand, based on the need. Okay. So now the first chapter of this first session is completed. If you have any suggestions, please do write in the comment box. If you have any request, if you want to have any other videos, if you want to have any programs to be started, do please write in the comment box. Okay. And if you like the video, please like, comment and share with your friends, and subscribe to the channel, and also click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any notifications. With this, I will end the video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.